Hopefully you guys will check that out to see how the full moon in Taurus in a direct conjunction with Uranus is going to be impacting your particular energies, especially Gemini risings. So let's get into this. I'm going to separate career and relationship. I'm going to start with career again. I'm going to timestamp for relationship. If you don't want to stick around for that, no worries. So I'm going to start with Lenormand. I have my new Dreaming Way Lenormand, which I'll introduce to you guys for the relationship section. But for now, let's talk about career. We're starting out with birds, fox, moon, clovers, letter. The letter with the white feather, which indicates some sort of truth is going to be coming into you. Sort of realization, which I kind of feel like that. I mean, you guys do have the full moon in your 12th house, so it's going to be a lot of revisiting of what it is that you really want for yourself. Yeah, look at that. Truth about something to do with your resources, right? That's the fish. And then we have some sort of argument that's going to be going on. Yeah, about that. Okay. Then we have the park. And then we have Venus woman looking into the future. Okay. So we have some sort of message coming in that is seemingly really positive, but it's nothing that you can trust, Gemini. That's the thing. So whatever's coming in, you don't trust it. I mean, I don't know if this is a message coming in about a job, or it's you feeling very kind of like, yeah, you're not sure. You're just not sure if you're feeling it. I do sense there being this space of you not being able to put your finger on something that's bothering you. Specifically, having to do with a number of areas in your life, including your career. Right? Because we have this energy, it's working with the 6th house, 12th house. So the 6th house is your day-to-day work environment. So it's like something about your work and what it is that you're doing is really making you sort of question, like on a very subconscious level, like, what am I doing the right thing? Or where do I actually really belong? And you're just not feeling 100% sure, and not sure if you can trust whatever messages are coming in. So this could indicate very positive gossip about you, positive communication coming in. This does not have to be social media. It could certainly be, you hearing back about a job that you put out there for, or somebody sending you an email, a text message, a phone call, something having to do with work. But you're just being in this space where you're like, I'm just not sure if I want it, if I could trust it. Is it going to actually bring me where I want to go? I'm just really not sure how I feel, right? Because the moon is I feel. It has to do with our emotions. And you're just not sure of what you feel and your emotions. Where's the moon looking? The moon is looking at the fox, not at the clover, which is where the good fortune is, which is, and this sounds so cheesy to say good luck, but what it means is keeping yourself open to be able to manifest and be able to recognize what it is that really, really speaks to you. But the moon's looking away. The moon's looking in the other direction instead of recognizing where the truth is. The truth is going to come in. The truth is coming in slowly, though, Gemini. That's the thing. When we have the letter, the message comes in, definitely, but it comes in slowly. But whatever's coming in is coming in its truth. It's like the slow reveal of a truth. This could come in the way of a dream. It may come in the way of a dream for you guys. As I mentioned, full moon in the 12th house. You're going to have like weird sleep, lots of wackadoo dreams, restless energy when you're trying to sleep. You may sleep solid for 10 hours and wake up feeling exhausted because you've traveled the world 12 times in your sleep. That's kind of like the feeling that you're going to have. But there's something coming to you that's going to reveal itself as your truth. And that this truth has to do, it's connected to your finances. And it's connected to recognizing, like, hey, Gemini, seriously, keeping it real. How much do you need? How much money do you need? Is what you're making right now actually okay? It's not the money. Maybe it's you just strategizing a different way, doing something that makes you feel better. Or is the money good that you're doing, that you're bringing in now, but you have to figure out, you know, maybe your schedule or the way in which you make money. Or maybe you're working like crazy and you're not making enough. The idea of having enough is going to be playing a role here. But I feel like the argument that you're going to be having with the birch broom energy can very much be within your own self, first and foremost, but you could certainly be having, for many of you, some sort of issues in your day-to-day work environment. Right? Again, because that full moon is going to be working opposite your 6th house, which is that house of day-to-day work environment and people that you work with. Right? Now we have the park, and the park has to do with networking, being on social media. If you have a channel, if you have a vlog, a blog, if you do any sort of like online marketing, selling, anything like that. But I see you having this sort of argument with yourself. You having this some sort of argument with yourself, or argument with the people who you're networking with, arguments with people who you deal with online, or you deal with out there in your area. Whatever networking is for you, it's going to be something different for any of you. But we have the birch broom here. And it could be like, is what you're doing bringing you what it is that you need? Are you being paid, fairly? Are you liking what you're doing? Are you feeling valued in what you're doing? Gem, I see you setting your sights elsewhere. Look at her holding on to the Venus symbol. Venus is about money, love, passion, self-respect, feeling valued. It's about so much more than just love or just money. It's recognizing like you want to be happy in doing what you do. Yeah, you want to make money, of course, but you want all of it. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to feel really good about what you're doing, and you want to make the money that you're at least equitable to the work that you're putting in, right? Yeah. But you're very focused on the future here. Very focused on the future. And I'm not surprised to get this Lenormand just because of what I know is going to be happening in your 12th house. And then we have that square going. Oh, well, whatever. I don't want to like overwhelm you guys with everything, but we are going to have that Mercury retrograde kicking back into Libra, squaring the stellium and Saturn. So there's going to be like, I don't know if I'm really happy doing this. I got to figure out where it is that I want to go. I mean, that's just it's really very much the energy. You know what I feel like? What do I want to use? I'm feeling like I want to use the Wild Unknown for the career section. Yep. All right, so let's do a Celtic crossword. Let's start off with what's happening now. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands. And we have what is influencing you for better or worse. It's the Daughter of Wands. And crowning energy is the 4 of Cups. Recent past, the 2 of Wands. Okay, the history of all of this leading up to it, we have the Sun reverse. The near future, we have the 2 of Cups. Your perspective right now, we have the Ace of Cups. The opinions of those around you having to do with career right now. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. The opinions of those around you. Your inner emotions, we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's much better in the reverse. So. And then we have the final outcome. We have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, we have the 9 and That's the Six of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles in reverse. Sorry, I can't count. Math with Mercury retrograde. I'm a mess right now. Mercury so rules my chart. It really does. It's my chart ruler. So it's like, ah. All right. So let's talk about the Ten of Wands as the situation that's going on right now. So yeah, I mean, look, this is very much about something being over. Absolutely. I mean, this is like stress, exhaustion, too many burdens. Something just became too hard, too difficult, having to do with something within career. Maybe whether it was your schedule, whether it was you not being fairly compensated, feeling like your shoes were on the wrong feet, whatever it was. But it's being crossed by the Daughter of Wands. So, again, this idea of willingness and this idea of really wanting to push something forward, right? This new project, this new idea, this new creative idea, you're being crossed with something that is inciting you a very strong desire to either level yourself up in what you're doing or going in a completely different direction, Gemini. I mean, I see where whatever it was that you were doing, you really, it's like the ending of a cycle. It just became too much and you're ready to reinvent yourself in some sort of new way. If it's not with a new project, it's with some sort of something new. You are adding something new and you're very much in that 12th house space of figuring out how you can actually make that happen for yourself. I mean, this is what I'm feeling here. Now, the crowning energy, we do have the Four of Cups, which is feeling very sort of apathetic, feeling very unfulfilled. So you feel like right now you're just not feeling really that fulfilled in what you do. It doesn't mean that you don't like what you're doing. You're just not feeling very fulfilled in what you do exactly. Not in the way that you would like, not in the way that your mind's eye sees things going for you right now. Right. And the thing is, with the Four of Cups, as I always say, it's, you got that checklist card out, right? It's you feeling unfulfilled because the job is not A, B, and C, and it is this, this, and this. And because of these reasons, you're not happy. Well, maybe you're just not ready or cut out for what it is that you're doing right now in the first place. And there's nothing wrong with that. Meaning maybe you got into something that you're involved with right now, having to do with career, because you got into it a very long time ago. You happen to be good at it because you're a Gemini, you're good at a bunch of things. It made sense for a long time in your life, but now it's not. So maybe it's just not your jive anymore, where there's nothing really wrong with it, but it's just something wrong with you being in it. And you're just not feeling the same about it anymore, and you just at least needing a new angle, a new approach, something new. You need something new having to do with this, right? Now, in the recent past, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. The Two of Wands in reverse indicates plans falling through, but it also indicates, Gemini, you're thinking small. Why are you thinking small? What are you afraid of, right? Keeping yourself small, saying like, I am not going to be good at that, or I can't do that, or I might get bored doing that, or I can't see myself. There could be a million different reasons why. It depends on what else is in your chart. But what this tells me is you thinking small and plans falling through, or you in your mind's eye seeing something going a certain way and it didn't actually go that way, and you not expanding yourself in the way that you should be because you're scared or because you're not sure or whatever it is, because you're thinking small. This is in the recent past coming into this energy. And that thinking small is inflecting your experience right now. That's the thing. Okay. And now, right now, we have the history of all of this. Why is this going on? What we just talked about is because the Sun in reverse, and this is still very positive, by the way, but in reverse, it just means delayed gratification. Some of you may be in some sort of temporary depression. It doesn't have to be like a big, horrible thing, but you just might be in this space where you feel like you're not here and you're not there. You're sort of like in this purgatory space, and it's frustrating. And because you're smart, like this is just part of the world right now and what's going on, but that doesn't change the way that you feel you're waiting. It's like you're in this space of waiting. What are you waiting for? Do you even know? You may know, you may not know. Some of you may be in a space of waiting for something that was supposed to come to fruition. Will it end up coming back around? You know, that kind of thing. Waiting for something to be different, waiting for something to come in, waiting to hear about a job, waiting to make a change. You know what I'm saying? But still super positive. The sun always. Doesn't matter if it's right side up, upside down, sideways, doesn't matter. Sun is always really positive. What it means is it's going to happen, just not yet. So you really have to hang in there. Now, as far, what I like here is that your attitude and your perspective is very much the Ace of Cups, which I really like this. So you're all about coming up with ideas right now, you know. This could be you proposing something to somebody, them proposing something to you, you coming up with a new strategy of approach, or maybe you won't be able to actually implement it right away because we have the, you know, the sun reverse, I feel like is still going to be a thing right now, which is okay. But I see you definitely getting your ducks in a row to start something new, even if it's just baby steps right now. At least, like, you're doing the homework, you're doing the research, whatever it is. You're putting the feelers out there. You're setting yourself up in something slowly but surely that's going to be there for you for the next stage of whatever it is that you're going into, which I really like. Okay, now we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So Nine of Pentacles in reverse does indicate to me that there's, you know, workaholism. Or this is the opinions of those close to you. So people look at you, Gemini, and they say, "Wow, the person is really working too much." You know, the opinions of those close to you could be like, "Oh, maybe Gemini has had some sense of financial setbacks," or it's just super focused on saving money for something specific. And they're looking at you like, "Wow, like Gemini, what are you doing? Like, you're really just so focused in this one direction kind of thing," right? And it's like they're vibing though too that like there's an element of you're not happy in doing what you're doing right now. But what a lot of the people in your world might not realize right now is this Ace of Cups energy. It's like, yeah, okay, they might look at you working a lot, or they might look at you seeming scattered in emotionally in what you're doing, right? But at the same time, you're totally getting your ducks in a row. You're actually pretty you're creating this pretty centralized focus on where it is that you want to end up going, but you're not really talking about it yet because you don't have everything formulated. And you know that there could be some twists and turns, so you don't want to overly commit yourself to something. You're still keeping yourself open in a certain way while you sort of travel in this particular direction is what I see as going on. Now, as far as the near future goes, look at this. We have the Two of Cups, fabulous. This is, again, proposal. Another proposal, but this could be you having a new business partner, asking somebody if they want to go into business with you. But Gem, this could also just be you with you, both sides of yourself, just saying like, wow, you know what? This is satisfying my soul, my heart, as well as my intellect. Right? It could be that kind of thing as well. And proposing something that's just not going to be good for your pocket, but it's going to be good for you emotionally and spiritually as well. For some of you, it's going to be that. Others of you, it's going to be joining forces with somebody. Maybe you're going to be doing some sort of collaborative project or going into business with someone. Anything like that where there is this other energy, but something is actually being proposed that you feel really, really good at, that ends up being a very good thing. So this is in your near future. Now, as far as what are you feeling in your inner emotions, we have this Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is a new job, a new hope returning, kind of passing through the clouds of something that seemed a lot heavier at one point. See, this is again why I'm saying, like, I feel like you kind of see where you need to go, but you're not really talking to anybody about it. This is your inner emotions. It's like you're recovering from something, Gemini. You're recovering. You're going to get out of debt. I see you guys getting out of debt. I see you guys, if you were in debt, saving money. Say you weren't in debt, but you just wanted to save more money for something. I see you being able to do that. I see you going in a good way. But not everybody around you sees it because you're not being very vocal, because you don't feel the need to be right now, even though you guys are such great communicators. Now let's look at, we have the Nine of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the Six of Pentacles. I keep calling this the Nine of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the Six of Pentacles definitely does indicate like this element of selfishness, of one-sided charity, of going into debt, of struggling. So this could definitely indicate growing pains, and I would not be afraid of this. Meaning, let's say you're starting a whole new path. Maybe you need to take out a loan for something, or maybe you need to invest in some sort of new equipment, or you're not going to be making the money that you wanted to straight out of the gate, or anything like that. I really wouldn't worry about this. This could also indicate maybe needing to take a loan, or if you're getting into a partnership, you being the one who has to do the primary laying out of something. But I don't see this is a minor arcana, and I don't see it being a thing. I just see it being like part of the growing pains, but it ultimately being a good thing because you got the Sun. Even though it's reversed, it's delayed. That's okay. But there are going to be some growing pains involved. So that's what I see for you guys right now as far as career. Thank you so much for joining me, those of you who will not be sticking around for the relationship portion, because we're going to get into relationship now, and we're going to start with the Dreaming Way, Lenormand. Right, it's the first time I'm using this. Spent the past few weeks prepping them. Okay, I like these cards a lot. They're very kind of sweet and whimsical. Oh, the tree is falling out. Okay, as above, so below. And I really feel like that too, guys, right? As above, so below. That's such a 12th house, 6th house kind of vibe, right? As above, that's 6th house, your day-to-day environment, what you do when you get up in the morning and how you run your day. It has to do with your mental, physical, and emotional health. So your day-to-day work environment is working in tandem with the full moon energy in your 12th house, which is about the subconscious. As above, so below. That your day-to-day, your daily existence is seriously impacting how you experience your inner world right now. There's no question. So we have the cross. Okay. Coming out, guns a-blazing, Gemini, in the relationships. Guns a-blazing. Anchor. Man. And what is the man looking at? The man is looking at the ending of something. What's ending? Okay, we have the flowers bouquet. Sorry. Ship, moving away from something. Bear. Bear has to do with protection, sustenance, and lilies. Okay, we lilies. We like the lilies because the lilies are very serendipitous spiritual messages coming in from people from the other side who love us. These are the kind of messages that come to us in our dreams, that come to us out of nowhere. The smells, the repeating numbers, the technology going wacky, the flooding of memories coming in. It could also be getting a message from an elder in our life, but there's definitely endings here. But let me just see here for a second. Because we have the cross is about needing redemption. The cross is about, always about that Christ consciousness, where Christ died on the cross for our sins in order to redeem us, right? So it's carrying the load of somebody else's issues, Gemini, where somebody, you've had to pay the price for somebody else's poor behavior, somebody else's issues, it kind of fell on your shoulders. And in order for there to be redemption, there's got to be recognition of that, first of all. And second of all, however it was before, it can't be like that anymore. That's dead, that's gone, no more. No more. In order for you to feel very grounded and rooted in any relationship, there needs to be this letting go, this release, okay? This release. Now, for some of you, the release is going to be of a man. So if you're a female and you are involved with it, this could indicate a relationship ending. If you're a male in a same-sex relationship, the release of that. If you are a male Gemini, this could be you recognizing that something needs to be over as it was. There's got to be this new cycle. There's no question. There's got to be this new cycle. Now, for some of you, all right, I'm going to give a couple of different scenarios because you're all in different situations. This is for single, married, not married, long relationships, whatever, complicated. So for some of you, you really had to pay the price. For those of you who maybe are not together anymore, where you're in a complicated situation, you really needed to pay the price for somebody else's either poor behavior, whatever it was. You had to pay the price. And the only way for you to feel very safe in relationship is to release that and to really focus on, letting go of the energy that was bringing you down, so that you can welcome in really appreciative energy that appreciates everything that you bring to the table, everything that you have to offer. Because when we have the ship, it is about moving on from where you are in order to grow. And part of that growth is this recognition of keeping it real with the bear. Like, what do you need to just maintain life? As far as money, as far as communication, as far as intimacy, what is a healthy relationship supposed to look like? Now, Gemini, this could also be, you having this realization of where maybe you haven't been showing up as well. And you're realizing it now, where you may have dropped the ball in certain areas of the relationship. Not in a way to punish yourself and not in a way to punish anyone else, but more as a way of just being very real about the situation. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, you're definitely in a new cycle. You're going into a new cycle. Something's been going on that's got to end. There's no question about it. Your conversation is going on with what has not been working as a way of being able to move forward in a very healthy way. What needs to be released? What kind of poor patterns of behavior need to be released? Where was there dishonesty? Where did somebody not show up the way they needed to? Who was not appreciating who enough? Right? There needs to be that recognition. It has to be, the light has to be shown on it so that you guys could move away from that cycle and start a new one and have some really healthy conversations about what the relationship needs. But I feel like you're getting help from the other side. With the Lily's energy, it always means that. It always comes through very strongly. So there is this recognition, leaving something behind. Doesn't really matter what configuration of relationship you're in. There is one thing for sure, that the archetype of Gemini, now obviously it depends on what else you have in your chart, right? I mean, because you're not all Gemini. There's an ending of something, a way of being. For some of you, the ending of a relationship so that you can move into something way healthier that's capable of appreciating you. Or maybe you had a lot to do with why it ended. But now you're in a space of recognizing, well, you know what? If it was better in the first place for everyone involved, we would have worked out. So it ended up being a blessing in disguise kind of thing. But there is this moving away from something that wasn't working to a healthier space. Absolutely. There's a lot, there's learning that's going on here though too, which is something you guys are always into. That's not the problem. The problem is finding an energy that wants to learn with you, right? That's always the tricky part. Why don't we do some chakra? Let's do some chakra tarot. So should I do light seers? Yeah, I'll do chakra. Do the chakra tarot this time. Oop. Oh, hello. 10 of coins. We like that. Why not? It's the Will You Marry Me card. It's the deepening of commitment, deepening of connection. It's maybe buying a house with your partner, with the help of family. All right. This is such a big deck. I don't know why. It's funny. All right. Princess of Coins. Situation right now. It's happening to influence you. 4 of Wands. Very nice. Crowning energy. 5 of Coins in reverse. We like it better in reverse. Recent past. 10 of Coins. I was just talking about that. Okay. All right. We get the full reverse is the history behind building up to this. The near future. We have the 2 of Coins. Okay, your perspective right now, we have the Queen of Coins in reverse. The opinions of those close to you. We have the Star energy. Gemini, somebody's feeling really good about you. We have the 6 of Wands having to do with your inner emotions. We have the Ace of Cups as the final outcome energy. Nice. All right. Well, let's see what's happening here. Situation right now, we have the Princess of Cups. Okay, so this is could definitely be indicative of a new love. For those of you who are single and ready to mingle, this is somebody new coming in. Those of you who are not single, this does mean absolutely a new cycle in love. A new cycle. You could be together for 40 years. This is a new cycle. Something weird has been going on in your relationships where you guys have not been like connecting the way either that you wanted, they want, I don't know, just like that. I don't know. Something's been going on here, but this means a new cycle, and it's being crossed by the 4 of Wands, which is the honeymoon card. So if you're meeting somebody new, this has a lot of potential. I mean, the 4 of Wands is great, right? I mean, first of all, for many of you, if you're in a weird space where you guys broke up and this is a new cycle, this is a reunion energy. But whatever, reunion energy, strengthening of a foundation, honeymoon, really beautiful, no matter how you slice it. So that's really, really nice. Crowning, 5 of Coins in the reverse. So this is indicative of hope returning, of there being some sort of recovery in relationship, something that's been hurting, something that has just needed healing, and it happening. Beautiful. Recent past, 10 of Coins. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like this 10 of Coins energy is like, for many of you, maybe being focused on buying a home, building a family, leaving a legacy. Maybe some of you have gone into retirement, your partner's gone into retirement, focusing on maybe some sort of inheritance came through that ended up inflecting the relationship. But it could also be where there was this focus on really trying to work on the marriage, trying to work on building a life. This is a very family-oriented energy, so trying to work on the family, maybe working on a project together, building a business, buying a home, buying property, but it's like where your family is involved in it, kind of thing. But a deepening, right? There being like whenever you have any kind of family thing, right, there is a deepening element to it as well. So I feel like that was where you guys were in the past. And then we have the Fool energy in reverse as the history of this. So whenever we have the Fool in reverse, this is about carelessness and being kind of apathetic about something, not showing up 100%. So maybe you weren't showing up, Gemini, they weren't showing up. Maybe you both weren't showing up the way that you each needed to. Maybe because you weren't as prepared as you maybe thought you were for that level of relationship. You weren't as prepared to, I don't know, give up some freedom or there are so many ways it could show up, right? But it's just like this not being willing to take that chance to have that absolute fresh hope with a new perspective 100%. Now, some of you, it could be this kind of thing where, somebody didn't show up and then the other person had a really hard time letting go of that. As you guys are trying to heal things, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I can't forget that you did A, B, and C, and I can't forget that da-da-da-da-da. That inability to kind of, let something go. Now, in the near future, we have the Two of Coins, which is about two choices. This is also very much like a multitasking, way many option kind of energy. So I don't know, Gemini, like you are perhaps entertaining two different energies. Those of you who are meeting somebody new, maybe you're meeting more than one person, and this can end up being confusing. Some of you may be still hooked on somebody from your past that you thought you were over. Maybe you're actually not. Some of you might be in the space of saying, do I want to just be on my own right now? Or do I want to stay in this? And really trying to weigh out these options, right, in the near future but what's interesting to me is that it's like the Fool reverse energy built this, and it looks like things are going well, but there's something about it that you can't let go of on some level, Gemini. Like, there's some element where you can't forgive something, or it's like not even like you're playing mental games. It's like, there's something that's still bothering you and you can't completely articulate it, because maybe it's more than one thing, but something is bothering you. So it's making you sort of not be sure if you want to fully follow through with something in the near future. Right now, your perspective is the Queen of Coins in the reverse. So the Queen of Coins in the reverse is feeling like, so some of you might be in a space of feeling very sort of financially dependent on somebody. Somebody might, where you don't want to leave a situation because of the money or because of what could come to you as far as that. Others of you may have nothing to do with money, and it could just be completely about just not wanting to be alone. It's going to resonate with each of you differently, but it's like you're staying in it for now while it seems like somebody is trying to, I don't know, prove something to you, offer something to you, and you're just like not 100% sure how you feel. Now, the opinion of people around you, the energy that's around you, we have the Star energy. So somebody's very focused on the future and healing, as the Star is all about renewal and hope and inner clarity and having faith. So I see there being like somebody that you are dealing with that's having some sort of come to Jesus moment, and they suddenly have all this clarity on what they did wrong in the past and how they want things to be moving into the future, right? Again, the Star is Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is the future. Uranus is connected to the Fool card, right? Which is about a fresh path and a new perspective. So I feel like the energy surrounding you is really beautiful and healthy, but you're like, I don't know. It could be, look, this is going to be a tough energy for Gemini, no joke, right? North node of the moon right now, right? It's like the indecision is amped up right now. Obviously depends on what else is in your chart too, right? But we have here your inner emotions. We have the Six of Wands. I mean, I think this is so funny and fabulous at the same time, because your inner emotions are like, you just want a successful relationship. You just want to be happy. You see in your mind's eye what you want. You want to walk along the beach holding hands with the person. You want to like sip wine, listening to good music that you both enjoy. You want, like you have whatever it is, right? That's a very subjective kind of thing. Whatever that beautiful relationship is in your mind, you have it very set. And this is like, you're just wanting to manifest what it is that you're feeling in your inner emotions. And you're just not 100% sure if what is manifesting in your 3D is going to bring that, whether it's the new person that you're with or whether it is somebody that you're getting back with, whatever it is. You're just not sure if you can trust something. I mean, that really is what I'm getting here. But we do have the final outcome. We have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a beautiful energy. This, for some of you, it's let's just fix this once and for all. This is let's get married. This is let's have a baby. This is, oh, guess what? I'm pregnant. This is a brand spanking new relationship, a brand new something within relationship. Really good. And it's just beautiful. It just is. I mean, there's no question. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy. It is. Now, I do have to say, I am feeling like Gemini, the issue is not so much with the person that you're dealing with. Now, if you don't resonate with that, then this is perhaps not your reading. But this is what I'm seeing you as being the one who's very heavy questioning. Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, oneness. Talking, interested, conversing more, conversation, text message, emails coming in. Healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. Yes. Yeah, you really focus on what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And you are trying to figure it out. You definitely are. But I do see you connecting with an energy who's really excited about you. And you're just being like, I don't know. I'm just not sure. And this is just for the last week of October. Let's see what shows up next week. But that is what I have for you guys right now. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.